Hello guys, happy Tuesday. Deb here from Art and Grace. Pop on and say hi to me so I can see who's watching and say hi back. And of course, if you don't see the live button right here, the red button, then you know this is replay and you can just type hashtag replay and I still will come back and say hi to you. I like to see who is here and let me know how your day's going and all that good stuff. We are going to paint a cute little design. You can use this for anything or print it out, let your kids use it. I was trying to upload the tracer before I came live, so I'm a couple of minutes late because it would not load. But as soon as this is over, I will upload the tracer. And so just be watching. I'll put the link in the comments and probably up in the description. Hello guys, hi Beth, upstate New York. And Sussy, hello. Hi, Brooke. I'm glad I get to see you twice today. Okay, I'm trying to pull this up. I want to be able to see my comments better. I think, here we go. Okay, got it. Got it. Glad y'all are here. How's your day? And does anybody watching have kids or grandkids on spring break? Because they're on spring break here, and so I got to thinking we need to do some things this week that either of you could do or you could do together. Hi Michelle, glad you're here. Hi Patty. And hi Karen from the UK, glad you're here. It's so cool to see people from across the globe from us, right? Okay, so I want to do, of course, some pretty spring colors. You guys can use whatever colors you like. And, oh good, Trisha. Again, I will have that tracer for you after this. I just could not get it to load. And you know how the little spinning wheel of death, you know, you're just like, oh, come on. Hi, Susie from Ohio. How are you? I know, Brooke. One day we will. I'm holding out hope that we're going to have an event at some point where we could all meet together and craft and paint and talk and have fun. Spring break is next week, Michelle. Okay. Well, I'm going to give y'all some ideas this week that you guys can pass on to your kids, grandkids, or whatever the case is. We're going to do just a simple background. I'm going to get out some, I've got this gorgeous color Shoreline. It's so pretty. It's a great little sky blue color or beach blue, whatever you want to call it. I usually mix a little bit of white with whatever I'm doing, just so that we have a little bit of interest in the sky, but just a simple sky. And so what I typically do is kind of do the X shape with my brush. I've got a flat brush, 1/2 inch. Actually, this is probably 3/4. It's 3/4. And just doing some X motions with it. And then I'll kind of come back and put some extra white here and there. And this is something you can teach your kids to do. You know, kids don't know to try new things. And so, of course, they're going to just do it the same old way they've always done it. But you can show them this method and let them try something different. You guys let me know how you're doing and how your day was and all that. Still is. It's not like it's over, but I mean, we're on the downhill slide, right? I usually call this time happy hour because we're kind of coming together, taking a little break, and doing something fun and creative. Hope y'all can see. Hi, Wendy. Good. Glad you're on spring break. Hi, Linda. I'm so glad to see you. I missed you in the VIP group. I've got a VIP group that I was in earlier. We did, oh, you can see it. It's right behind me. See the little birdhouse? Let me move this way. We painted that. And it was a lot of fun because I let them kind of help me how they think it would look good. And, you know, do we want to put blue here? Do we want to put checks here and all that? And it was a lot of fun. So I always miss the girls when they're not there, but of course we all work and have lives that we have to attend to. So The replays are always available. And if you're, when you watch me live here, the replay's always here too. If you guys would sprinkle this out to your friends, I would really appreciate it. It sure helps us grow, and we are all trying to do that. So thank you for those that did that do. When the lives are over, I go back and look and talk to everybody and say hi if you're new. I love to see where you're from, and just thank you for being here. You guys who show up for me just really, truly make my day. And I really, really don't take it for granted at all, because I know there's people on right now. There's always so many people you could be watching. So when somebody chooses to spend their time here, I'm just so thankful. So there's my kind of, whimsical sky. And then we're just going to put some green down at the bottom for grass. Hi, Linda. Hi, Suzanne. I'm glad you're here too. Oh, Patty, yes. Let's see. Spread the sparkle. Perfect. I used to say spread the grace. Sherry, thank you for the stars. I appreciate it. You guys are so good to me. Rosemarie, good afternoon. Yes, Trisha, you were there. Do you like it? You were there to the end, weren't you? It was a long one, but thank you. I like how it turned out. Let's see. Okay, let me get some green. Let's see if I can grab it here and show you up close now that the sparkle has dried. Can you see the sparkle? We added the diamond dust to the top steeple here. And then lots of fun details. Just a fun little birdhouse. And birdhouses are great to do with your kids or grandkids. So grab one or grab a small one. Michael's has the small ones you can paint. Those are always fun to do. And each kid can have their own because they're $1, So those are always fun. Thank you, guys. Debbie, how are you? You were in there a little bit, weren't you? Thank you so much for sprinkling, y'all. Y'all are awesome. Sometimes, we'll have 20 people sprinkle, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. Really do appreciate it so much. Yes. Actually, let me think a second. Let me draw this background. I need to think about the order of... I'm going to dry this background so I can use a tracer. I can't draw eggs. I don't know what it is. I can easier draw a circle than an oval. The oval shape for an egg, or it's kind of almost a little bigger on one end than the other. I cannot draw it neat. It's always wonky, so I use a tracer. Hi, Jean. Hi, Gloria. Thank y'all so much for coming. Do you like it, Peggy? Thank you. I appreciate it. Linda's here from Indiana. Welcome, Linda. How's the weather for you guys today? So last night here in Fort Worth, it was really stormy. We had rain. Some places had hail and really high winds, and it just missed our house. It just we could see it down the road. Heavy, heavy rain, and it just never got to our house. It was the weirdest thing. It just kind of broke off and went the other way. Hi, Sue. Glad you're here. Okay, so I do want to lay down my eggs at this point. So let me grab a pen or pencil. And if you haven't used tracer paper, it's going to be shiny on one side and dull on the other. So you want the shiny side, because that's where the carbon is, down on your page. And then you can just lay your tracer down. Now, if you're in the VIP group, you already have this tracer in the group. It's already uploaded, because I uploaded it as a picture in there, so you can just print it immediately. And then I'm just going to kind of trace these little eggs so that they don't get lost when I do my grass. And I don't have to be perfect with it, but My eggs wind up the weirdest shape if I just hand draw them. Oops. Want a little bump right there. And then I guess I can go ahead and do the flowers. No, I can't because I'm going to need to paint the eggs. So that's all I can do right now. Just get those eggs down so that I can see where they need to go to be even. Pretty decent weather, Peggy. Good. 65 in Ohio. That's nice. In Greenwood, Indiana. I did. I just painted it blue. It's already, this is from the Dollar Tree, and they're okay for these kind of, you know, paintings. If I was going to do this for somebody for a gift, I would not use a Dollar Tree one. They're okay, like I said, but they're not the best quality. So when you get one at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Arteza, some art supply store, they are thicker, they're gessoed better, they're just a better quality. So, but for this, yes, they're fine. And I just used the blue shoreline with a little bit of white in the X pattern to get my stuff down. And I wonder if I can grab my eraser. I don't know that there's one. Hi, Susan from Derby, England. So glad you're here. Peggy is 2 miles from Wisconsin border. Awesome. Yeah, I like to know. I mean, it's kind of fun to know where everybody's from and see how far we get and, you know, what it's like in your neck of the woods. So I'm in Fort Worth, very South Fort Worth. If you're familiar with Texas, Texas is so big, it takes us forever to get from one side to the other. And then colors, you know, I always go to my same, like pink, a yellow, a little purple. But those are Easter colors, right? So nothing wrong with that. Good, glad you're doing good. Thrice as nice. Awesome, here from PA. What's your first name so that I don't know, and I don't want to call you thrice as nice. 52. Oh, it's 67. Yeah, I mean 60. Oh, thank you, Deborah, for the stars. If somebody else has sent me stars that I didn't see, I appreciate you. Jean, thank you. I will go back and be sure I thank you guys because I do appreciate that so much. I saw somebody else get excited about getting stars, and I was like, I feel you, because I every time I get I just feel grateful that people want to do that, because, you know, you could give that anywhere, or go get yourself a Coke, or whatever. So, let's see. I'm going to grab a flat brush. I am going to do my eggs first, and then we'll do some grass. And when you use good supplies, good brushes, and good canvas, and good paint, you're going to have better results. But, like again, I do use these canvases for paintings that, you know, I'm not going to give away. They are totally fine. This will take 2 coats. You can always mix a little bit of white with your yellow, and you'll get better coverage. In fact, I'll do that. I know, Tammy. It's always been like that here. Like one day will be freezing, bad weather, ice, and then the next will be sunny. Everybody's in shorts again. It's just nuts. We had a, you know, really bad ice storm, and so many people had wrecks. I guess it was last year, and then literally, I think it was the next day or the next day, it was like that. It was just beautiful weather, and I thought, isn't that sad that 2 days ago they could not get where they were going and wrecked their car, and then today it's just 100% fine. Beautiful. So you can see the coverage goes on a lot better if you mix a little bit of white with it, or do a white base. But usually, if I'm, you know, kind of crunched for time like this, I don't typically worry about it too much. Peggy, can I buy your church? Buy my church? You like it, Peggy? That's so sweet of you. I love painting them, and I do sell, like, especially ceramics. When I do ceramics, a lot of people will ask me, you know, will you just paint me one? Because I don't want to, either they don't feel like they can, or they don't want to take the time. And yes, I do that. But I'm a whimsical painter, as you can tell, and my stuff isn't perfect. If you look at it closely, Peggy, you will find flaws. But I just still think it's cute, and I don't worry about, I don't sweat the small stuff. I just think I started this whole teaching online to help other women relax with art and just find the benefits of art. And so I really try to help people let go of the perfectionism that we have, you know. And, you know, a lot of us with our work, you know, you kind of have to be a perfectionist, you know, either, like, I worked in the medical field, and people will get injured if you're not careful, you know, at work, or, you know, you just have to be precise. And it's not that way with art. You can have fun with art and just be playful, try new things. If it doesn't work, that's okay. That's how you learn. Okay, now I'm not worried about the bottom because grass is going to cover that. That's why it looks funky at the bottom, because it doesn't, grass will come up and cover. Hi, Carol. Glad you're here. Yes, Michelle, isn't it fun? Because it's just relaxing. You can just totally have fun. Isn't it pretty? I love it too. I use it so much. It's Royal Fuchsia, and I always have at least another bottle on hand because it is one of my go-to colors. Hi, Maria Liberty. How are you? I love seeing your name because it just, I don't know, you hear Liberty and you're like, yes, I love that. Glad you're here today. I'm glad all of you are here. It just makes me happy to see y'all. So you're just letting your brush go around the shape, and it makes a nice edge. And as you can see, I'm doing this pretty quick. I'm not really worried about it. If it's not perfect, that's okay. This is obviously a fun painting, so no need to worry. And you can always move to a smaller brush to get into tight spaces. Oh, thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. I did that for an event the other day, and we only had 30 minutes. And so I had to, you know, kind of come up with a craft that would be really easy. And in doing so, I actually really liked it. So I had some comments that were like, oh, you should have painted the background. And yes, normally I would have had a nice pretty sky back there. But for 30 minutes, you know, I needed to show the process, and I just couldn't do it all. But the more I've looked at it as I walk in here, the more I like it, because literally the emphasis is on the cross. So I love that message. You know, that's what it's about. So I'm fine with it. But if you wanted to make one, then that would be great to do a really pretty, colorful sky. You could do a night sky. You could do whatever you wanted, but the replay is here on my page. You can just go back a few videos and it'll be there. It was for the Easter Spring Parade. That's the name of the group, and there's a lot of videos in that group if you want to go check it out. Okay. We're going to let that dry while we do the grass. Hi, Christina. I messaged you earlier. I hope you're doing okay. Sherry saying hi to everybody from Ontario, Canada. Love that. Oh, Peggy, you're so sweet. Thank you. You guys are so sweet to me. Okay, I'm just going to take my Kelly green mixed with a little leaf green, I think it is. Yeah, leaf green. And for my first swipe, I'm just going to kind of get some grass down here at the bottom. So you can just go, you know, back and forth, do the whole thing, or you can, sometimes I do grass like this and just go up. You know, for the bottom, if I just kind of color in this spot down here, I can go back with all of my wispy grass lines. So just kind of getting some color down is good. Of course, I'm not letting that dry, so it's kind of smearing in, but that's okay. It's going to be fine and covered up. I am going to hit this with the heat gun before I do any more. And I try to always tell this tip because not everybody knows, but if you'll just wipe your brush off in a paper towel really good before you put it in your water won't get so murky, yucky as fast because you're getting off a lot of the paint. So that's just a little trick. Well, good for you, Tammy. Family is the most important. Crafts and art all can wait. So enjoy your family. Stuff like that is in the replay you can watch. So no problem. Joyce, I'm glad you're here. Oh, Christina, I was afraid of that. I think I just felt it, and so I'm praying for you. I know it's bad. It's got to be. It sounded like it was. So I'm sorry. I'm glad when you guys put things in the comments because you don't ever know. There's some prayer warriors that come and watch and they will write your name down and pray for you as well. So I'm going to go back over this in a second. I'm going to get some grass down here. So I've got my holly green and I've got my leaf green and I'm going to mix a little bit of yellow to have a third color of green. I want some variety to this. Yeah, that's good. So I'm going to, first of all, take my same brush and just do some strips of this kind of green coming up. This is whimsical painting, guys, so it's not supposed to look real. Obviously, it's just for fun. And that's why I think it's so relaxing because you can paint this and not worry. There is no perfect with this type of art, you know. Now I'm coming into my lighter green that's got a little bit of yellow mixed and just do the same thing back over it. And I can't do too much because since this is wet, it would just blend all together. So I'm going to leave it like that and let that dry. And we'll do another bit on the eggs. Oh, good, Christina. I'm glad you got that in. Send me a picture. I want to see what colors you got. Karen, welcome. I'm glad you're here. That's awesome. Terry, how are you? Yes, it is that time of year. Oh, Tammy, 10 months old. How sweet. Glenda, thank you. Yes, sprinkle it out there, y'all. That would be awesome. I appreciate it. Hi, Diane. Glad y'all are here. Hi, Deb Dalton. Glad you're here. Yes, and if I've missed you, I will go back. I promise. I like to see who was here and who commented that I missed because I do miss them, and I hate that. Sometimes I feel terrible because I didn't see your comment, and y'all would have totally wanted to say something. I just didn't see it. I'm going to add a little bit of darker color. I'm just looking for, here it is. This is Poetic Plum. I love this color. I'm just going to use a little bit, not much. And I'm going to mix it with that pink. So I don't know if y'all can see my palette, but not much. So I'm going to take that pink with just a dot of that plum, and that's going to darken it up quite a bit. And just kind of come in here. So maybe a little more. And give kind of a dark edge to this egg. And I do paint in the shape. So if your egg, you know, obviously is curved, then just let your strokes kind of come around curved. Oh, I'm messing that up, but that's okay. Everybody's gonna know it's an egg, so. Some days I think I do well painting upside down, and some days I don't. So before you, some people will say, oh my gosh, I can't believe you can paint upside down. Well, not too good sometimes. Sometimes it's challenging. And then lightest in here in the middle. I'm just adding a little bit of white to that to get a little highlight. I think I'm just challenged with the egg shape. I just don't do the egg shape well. Well, Lisa, I'm not doing good today. So, just really need to clean this up, and everything I do makes it worse. But that's okay. Don't sweat the small stuff. And if anybody's wanting this tracer, I tried to upload it and just couldn't get it. It was stuck, and so I said to heck with it, I'll do it after. So if you're wanting the tracer for this, I'll be sure and get it uploaded. And so just check the comments or up in the description. Give me just a few minutes after we end, and I'll be sure to get that up there. Now your paint dries darker, so I'm putting the same color on here, but it is gonna look darker right now. But I did add a little white to the inside here. Thank you, Pauline, for sprinkling. I greatly appreciate that. Oh, first time here from Louisiana. Awesome. I always ask everybody if they're from Louisiana if they know where Bunkie is, because that's where my grandparents lived. And I did not like going there when I was a kid. It was not a fun place to go. It was a very small town. Now I think of it really fondly. But as a kid, you know, you're just bored out of your mind. And my brother scared me into thinking that they had alligators, because, you know, Louisiana does have them. But so I didn't want to go outside. I did go outside, but I was always afraid of an alligator. And I just, yeah, I didn't like it back then. Hi, Emma Eves. How are you tonight? Glad you're here. Super happy you guys are popping on. That pink egg is driving me crazy, but I'm going to leave it. We're going to go ahead and dry them a little bit. I just got a little pink up there with my fingers, so if you got paint on your fingers, be careful where you touch. But you can obviously fix it real easy, not a problem. Thank you, Pauline. Just a fun little painting, and I know it's spring break for a lot of you, or if it's going to be next week, so I want to be sure and give y'all access to the tracer so you can let your kids or grandkids paint it or color it or whatever. So maybe if you're going to, if you know you're going to already take them to McDonald's or you're going to make them chocolate chip cookies or whatever, you could say, if you'll paint this for me, we'll go get McDonald's, or, you know. I'm going to do some more to my grass, so let me get out a little more green. And then I'm going to mix this with my yellow, and this time I'll mix a little more yellow and get a different color green going here. So if you don't have a lot of different shades of a color, that's fine. What I will do is I'll take the green and I'll add a little black to it to get a dark green. And then I've got my original, and then I'll add a little white to that original to get a light green. So then you've got your 3 different shades of green, which just gives you interest when you're painting. So just taking a round brush and just kind of coming up with that color and just doing some more blades of grass. You can mix between big and small. And then I will kind of hit it with some dark again for just a little contrast. I'm actually going to mix just a tiny dot of black, not much. I don't want it too dark. And actually, this is a number 5. I'd probably normally go to a smaller brush, but it's just what I have in my hand, so it's fine. Just a simple, simple way to do your whimsical grass here. Okay. Okay. Oh, Pauline, these paintings are easy. Seriously, you can do it. You just, I think half the battle is letting go of trying to do a good job and just kind of enjoy it. And that's what made me fall in love with it, because I used to try to be good and try to, you know, teach myself to do things that were difficult, and I would get frustrated. And then I would throw them away. I literally would throw away things I had done. And when I decided, or I found somebody that taught whimsical art, and I was like, okay, so she's a real artist doing whimsical art. So I'm going to try that. That's when I just was like, this is for me, because I'm all about adding joy to my life. And you're not having joy if you're stressed out about your art. So when I started doing fun art like this, it just opened up a new world, you know? You just don't have to worry. You can just have some fun art. Now, I don't put this in my home. I don't put it in my living room, but I surround myself with it in here or in my bathroom space. You know, just anywhere I can have a little fun thing to make me happy when I see it. Now, I've just gone and added some white to that green, and I'm just going to come back through with some light. So we've got the highlights, we've got the shading in there, and that's it. So you're just using the different colors of your green. Okay, this side looks a little, okay. Yeah, I mean, I did too. So you should try it. Get you a mixed media book and just try some things in there. Just do this tutorial or any others that you find. And my page is full of them. And see if you don't find that you can let go and just have fun. And before you know it, you're not even thinking about, you know that it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the thing, is that if your egg messes up, it's like, it's okay. It's a play egg. It's not anything that needs to be perfect, Okay, so let's do our flowers and some tall grass, and then we can, if we want to add anything to the eggs, we can. So let's need a little more of this holly green. I've got another holly green, but it's got the wrapper on it. It's not open, so I'm just using the last of this. So I'm going to take my darker green, and I'm going to use the same brush. I've still got the number 5 round. And I'm going to come in here and make some long from the bottom kind of out like this. So you're letting your brush do the work. You're just putting it down, dragging it up, and then lifting it up as you leave the canvas. So just lift it up when you get right there. Okay, that's it. Just needed some longer strips. And I'm going to take the brush, it's still got the green on it, but I'm going to dip it into my light green and just kind of go back over it kind of quick. But if you see, that adds interest, it gives you the highlight. And all I'm doing is just going right over what I already did. And then you might even dip it into the yellow. So now I've got the 2 different greens and a yellow at the end. And just kind of come back through lightly. That was a lot of yellows, so I did kind of calm that down. Kind of using a little bit of white too. Okay, and that's all I need to do for that long grass. And you can just drag your brush down to have it down low enough. You don't want it starting up here. You want it starting at, down lower. And while I've got this paint out, I'm just going to kind of do a few. Since I made these long ones just now, I'm going to come back and do a few so they kind of blend in better. That's it. Now I can find a detailed brush. Thanks, Marty. How are you today? The church steeple. Peggy, the church birdhouse came from Michael's. Yep, Michael's. Thank you, Kim. Oh, April, how are you? I hope you had a good day. I hope all of you had a good day today. I love that, Maria. Thank you. That's so sweet. Marty, thank you for sprinkling. And if anybody else has sprinkled, I will come back and tell you thank you, because I really, really, truly appreciate it. I sure do. Okay, so now let's do some flowers. I'm going to show you guys my easy flowers. I do them all the time. I know there's lots of ways to do these. Here I go with this berry or this pink color I just love. You'd think I would break out and try, got white. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to have a couple of different piles. So a regular pile, we're going to have this here with some white in it. Can y'all see my palette? Yeah, you can. And then we're going to have this darker berry plum color with some pink. Okay, and we're just gonna do some flowers. Oh, and I need some yellow. Let's see. Let me grab this yellow without getting the green, hopefully. So I'll take the yellow and mix it with some pink to get kind of an orange. So I like that too in my flowers. So anyway, here we go. So we're gonna take the darkest color first. I think it needs a little more berry in there. Hold on. That's going to be, now guys, you can do these flowers. I have people say all the time, like, I can't do the flowers. Yes, you can. It takes a little practice. You're not going to probably do them the very first time you try, but keep trying because they're not hard. You can do these. So wherever you want a flower, and we can just start one anywhere, I'm going to just put it down and make a messy circle. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to put a little more of the dark color in here. And that's my first flower. Just kind of a messy circle. And then I'm going to do the same thing a couple of other places. Just a messy circle. This is the funnest part to me because this is whimsical art where it doesn't have to be perfect. You're not even trying to make a perfect circle. So all of the pressure is removed when you realize this is just fun. Okay, so we've got our 3. So that's all I need for my little flowers here. And then I'm going to come back with the same brush. It's still got paint on it, and I'm going to go into just my regular pink. And I'm going to take the tip and just kind of touch down. And I reapply the paint. I'm just putting a little more on so that because you don't want to mix it, so you're just touching down, making some comma shapes. Into that original, what you first did. Okay. Now I'm going to come over here to this yellow and pink, and I've got a lot of, let me get this off and start a cleaner pile. I really made that messy. Oh, I hate overusing my paint, but I hate that. So then I'm going to pick this pink up, and we're going to make a little pile over here of the pink and the yellow. Which is, thank you, Michelle. How are you? Oh gosh, I loved your craft the other day, the tomb. That was so good. And then I've got this kind of combined on my brush with the pink and the yellow, and I'm going to just go back over what I've done and put some of those in here. Just little commas. And it doesn't look like much right now. But just follow the process and just kind of keep doing it. And I'm just barely touching down with them because I don't want to overblend them. Overblending, they'll just become one weird color. So you're just touching down to get each of the colors represented there. And at this point, I can kind of come back around and start the process over. If I find that I put too much of one color or it looks too light to me, then I can just add some more. And you just kind of work with it until you like it. And I think I want to get a small, like a detail brush, and do a little yellow in here. Oh, Peggy, you can't go to Michael's. I order online. Now, you do have to order about $50 to get free shipping, but of course, for me, I can do that because I always need supplies. It doesn't take a lot to get up to that. So just with a detail brush, I'm just adding little strips, just tiny little hairs of the yellow. And then I'm also going to come into my white. I'm not cleaning my brush, just adding a little white. And do a few white ones. So tomorrow, guys, I'm going to be live at 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern for Shayna's Crafty Friends. I'll be here on my page, and then she'll be sharing me over to her page. But you guys tune in for that. And then Saturday, if you know Jimmy Lou from the Messy Craft Corner, we're celebrating her birthday. And a bunch of us are getting together and doing something for her. It's a 20-minute little project, so it doesn't take long. You guys tune in for that. We're going to help her get her 10,000. She is really close to 10,000, and we definitely want to see her reach that for her birthday. So you guys help us. I'm going to go ahead and give these little flowers a stem. So just going back into my green. And I'm going to just start at this flower and go down. And then you can kind of perfect it if you want to. So we'll add the other colors, like I'm just taking that same brush and I'm going to trace my way up that stem with the lighter green. And then with the white, just trying not to put a lot on my brush, just a little bit of the white so that you can see it. And it's okay if you get too much. You can, like I said, go right back over it with the green and soften it up. And then we'll put some leaves in. And same thing, I've just made a little leaf and then go over it with the light. Just giving it a little highlight. Oh, April. Do you have what Austin had? I'm sorry. I'll call you after this or text you and see. Thanks. I'm sorry you feel bad. That makes me sad. Thank you, Lisa. Hi from Indiana, Linda. How are you? Hi, Mary. Okay. So So I'm going to take this, it's a pretty small detail brush. It's a 3/0, and I'm going to just get some black on the tip. So not much. Can y'all see that? Not much. But I am going to put a few little sprigs of black in the grass. And then highlight, or not highlight, outline my eggs. I like a kind of loose outline. I don't like it perfect because obviously the painting is so whimsical. It would look a little weird, I think, with a perfect line. So I'm going to try to get that into a point as best I can. And just do, if you hold your brush at the end, you'll get a little more whimsical of a line, because if you hold it like a pencil, you're gonna, you have too much control over it. So just hold it loosely and just do kind of a whimsical little outline. So not connected, just kind of like that. And then I'm going to touch in these flowers just a couple of times. And then I'm also going to touch in to the stems, because the stems really get lost. And then the base of the leaves. And that way you can see, ooh, that was a heavy one, but that way you can see them better. I didn't, April, but I think about it all the time. I haven't ordered it yet. But I do need to, because I do want that. I'm touched a little green, so I'm just going to go into my blue, cover it up, no big deal. And I did forget to do my green at the bottom of this. I'll show you what I mean. So your painting will look better if you bring it to the sides. You can do your sides all one color. You can do what I do here, is just bring in whatever color around to the side. Or you might want to stripe yours. You might want black and white stripes all the way around or something. So yeah, whatever you can dream up. So I add that all around. Now, what phrase would you put? Because I think it needs like either Happy Easter or something like that up there. And you can, paint your eggs like stripes or, polka dots or anything you want to do. But what phrase should I put up here? Just touching up where my hands have touched it and gotten little pieces of paint here and there. Happy Easter. I've seen Happy Easter. Actually, I've seen that on some other things. Good, Linda. Oh, y'all are silly. Oh, Mindy said her granddaughter approved. That's precious. You tell her Hello from Deb. So I can't see if you guys are telling me anybody else have Easter blessings. That would be good. Christina says happy Easter too. But do y'all see how easy this is? You can do it. You can so do it. I will have to write after this because I'll need to trace my words. I'm not, my handwriting is not good enough. It would be, you know, it would be slanted. It would be messy. So y'all can keep telling me what you would like on there if you think of something else. And the first thing I'm going to do is I will get this tracer uploaded so that if you want it or you think your kids or grandkids would want it, you can print it out for them. So just give me a few minutes and I'll have that in there. How cute, Pauline. Excited for Easter. That's hilarious. Easter blessings is good. Peggy, come find me. Is that what you mean? Come find the me, but probably come find me. Excellent. That's cute, Kathleen. Very cute. Thank you. So easy. Can y'all see? I don't know if I showed you up close, if you can see that. Of course, mine's on a delay, so I can't really tell what you're seeing. I hope that you can see them. Not perfect, but they're cute. So, you know, try to let go of feeling like everything needs to be perfect, and you might have a lot more fun with it. All right, guys. And you could paint this on anything. You could paint this cute little design on metal, wood, canvas, anything, cardboard. Thank you, Lori. Thanks, Lenora. Y'all are awesome. Thanks, Kathleen. Thank you, April. I appreciate you. So extra. Oh, Sheila, that's funny. I like that. Linda. Thank y'all. Y'all are awesome. I hope y'all have a great night. I'll be live again tomorrow at 5 Central, 6 Eastern. So come back and see what I'm going to do. It'll be some type of little craft, so it should be fun. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tammy, for the stars. Y'all are awesome. I appreciate that. Thanks, Marty. Yeah, you did an excellent job. Y'all are hilarious. Thanks, Trisha. I don't know what I'm going to put. I'll think of something. I'll either do one of those or think of something and get that on there and put a picture. So, or you could even put a cute little bow. I have a bow. I wouldn't put this one. Well, I don't know. Maybe I made this for something else, but like you could just put a little bow if you don't want to mess with writing words or something. But that'd be cute too, right? Nothing wrong with that. Or you could put a little bow on each a small one, obviously not a giant, but let's see if I have all kind of bows that I've been making for other things. So like you could put little bows. I mean, you could do anything. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, guys, have a good day. And I appreciate you spending a little time with me. And thank you for sprinkling it out and all the good things. Y'all are awesome. Bye, guys.